All right, so in this next question, we are given a solution method from a hypothetical student, and we are asked to determine if it's necessary for him to check his answers for extraneous solutions. So before we get into that, let's talk about when you actually need to check your answers and see if we can apply that to the question that we're given. Okay, so extraneous solutions are produced anytime you square a root, or potential, I should say, extraneous solutions, anytime you square a root. And the reason is because in the process of doing that, you lose information. Meaning that if I have two cases here, so here I have a positive root of x and I square it, I get x. And here I have a negative root of x and I square it, I also get x. I'll just use the same x here. So the issue becomes, in the squaring process, we don't know which branch we came from. We don't know if the equation we were originally solving was this one here or this one here. And so we need to check our answers. So what's the rule of thumb is anytime you square a square root in an equation, you need to check to see if there are extraneous solutions. So that simplifies this question greatly because all we need to do is verify two different things. One, does it start with a square root? Yes, it does. If I make some space here, we can see our equation. We can see we have a square root on the right side. Now, the second thing we need to check for is, does anywhere in the solution process, does the student end up squaring that square root? So let's go through it and see. All right, first step, it looks like he adds the y over to each side. So if I write it in here, you can kind of see it, plus y, and then you can see that brings us down to there. We get y minus 1, so that's our first step, so no squaring there. Now, if we look at our second step, we see that we square the left side, and we are also squaring the square root on the right side, which was the second condition for which when we need to check our solutions. So the answer to this question would be yes, Antonio does need to check for extraneous solutions, and the reason why is because he squared a square root.